All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and welcome all inside our broadcast of the second 4A semifinal here from Veterans Memorial Stadium in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. The beautiful backdrop for our battle between the Tigers of Valley and the Indians of Indianola. Thanks again for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, making this part of your day. And boy, we just got done with an absolute thriller, so excuse my tardiness to the stage here, as it was an absolute extra inning bonus baseball thriller, as it was Pleasant Valley on a defensive stand to walk it off against Sioux City East, taking down the #1 overall seed. And the 31st win here for Pleasant Valley puts them in their first state title game since 2021. And then the last time they made it, they won it all. And of course, we had an absolute thriller here for you, and we got another one in store. The Valley Tigers come on in as a historic program, one of 5 teams in all of baseball to have 4 consecutive state titles. Now, that was back in the early 2000s, and it's been a while since they have had that kind of success, but it is still a Valley team that brings a lot to the table, and they are once again back at the state tournament, and it could not be any more exciting here. We got a whole lot in store for you, and we can't wait to bring it to you. West Des Moines Valley again coming into their 15th state tournament appearance in program history. One of just 22% of teams to have made it to the state tournament to house a winning record. Now for Valley, again, they had 4 consecutive state titles in 2003, 4, 5, and 6. But they have not made it back to the state tournament since 2018. It's been quite a distance between them and the last time that they made it to state. But they're looking to get back at it, and they're searching for their first crown since 2006. Meanwhile, on the other side, Indianola comes in, and boy, could you ask any more of this team? They have not graced the state tournament since 2022, but they looked like they were all the part of a mainstay as they went ahead and just absolutely dazzled George Blake with a no-hitter, defeating Southeast Polk 8-1. And they picked up their second state tournament win ever in program history, looking to narrow the gap and earn their third here tonight, which would put them in their first ever state title game in program history. So quite a lot going on and a lot of excitement here. It's a game that is starting an hour and a half later to the extra inning thriller that we had earlier. And boy, I got to tell you, if it's anything like that, not only will we be out of here by like 1 o'clock, but I got to tell you, it will have given us, again, some of the best baseball that we have ever seen in 2026. And you know what? That's the way it should be. It's also 1 game shy of the title. So this game is the game to determine who will take on Pleasant Valley in the 4A state title game. We got a lot going on, and we'll talk about the lineups here as we get ready. We'll start with the away team on the scoreboard, and West Des Moines Valley starting off with the pitcher in Trent Grevengood. It'll be followed by the DH in Iowa commit, Ryan Stedman. Before he heads off to Nebraska, Colton Remick will be doing the duties at least one more time at the hot corner. He'll be in the number 3 hole. Alec McClinton will be in right field and in the cleanup spot. He'll be followed by Aiden Plum in center field, also a collegiate push. McCabe Hookey will be doing the duties at short, followed by Max Anderson at first. The 7-hole man, or the 8-hole man, will be Leighton Hookey. And then it will be Drew Snook to wrap up the lineup. And Grevengood starts things off as he sends that one into right field, but caught out there. Nicely done by the Indianola right fielder for out number 1. And now Ryan Stedman stepping on up to the plate. had a potential to go in the draft, but ended up not going. And he ends up with a chance, with really the walk-on that he wanted to, heading in to the University of Iowa. He was committed for a while. He's been committed for a while now, and I got to say, the sheer amount of time he puts into his craft, I think, is second to none. The 1-0 is set high, and that will be in shallow right field. And coming on once again for out number 2 will be Limbaugh, as he will go ahead and capture out number 2. And Colton Remick now stepping on up. Again, he is headed his way to Nebraska following his time here. He'll be meeting up with fellow Iowa native Ian Moore. That one low for ball 1. Colton Moore will be joining him after he went to South Carolina following his time with the Hawkeyes. And now as we sit back here, the 1-0 count here, Remick will muscle that one into the Valley dugout. Valley Tigers are the visiting team. They have the first base dugout. Meanwhile, Indianola, being the higher seed, they stand. The number 2 seed gets the home dugout on third base side. The 1-1. Nice job behind the plate to frame that one, but couldn't get it to be a strike. Bengi will look to try and frame it a little bit different here in this time. Now here's the 2-1 pitch, and that will find the zone just fine. It's now a 2-2 mark as Bryant Ritchie on the mound here for Indianola. And now he'll deliver the pitch, and Remick with a grounder out there to short. Picked near the grass, and a flyer across the diamond for out number 3 has it. So a 1-2-3 inning here for the Valley Tigers offensively, and now it will be Indianola to get going, and it will be Blake, and Benj when we come back right here on the Iowa Baseball Network.
Hey guys, a lot of ways out there in baseball to improve your game because it's all about improvement, right? And one of the ways you want to do that is improving your swing. One of the ways to help improve your swing, the batting donut. A trusted weight since 2022, comes in 9 and 16 ounce varieties. This covered in durable non-scratch silicone helped to protect your bat. It comes in a signature pink, blue, or chocolate frosting. Is a great way to pay homage to a wonderful breakfast treat while helping to strengthen, home in, and zero in on your perfect swing. So don't leave it to chance. Go out there, have some fun, and get the batting donut today.
There's a kind of magic to making memories, to finding time for the little things and the big things, the new things, and the things you'll do over and over again. It's the magic of a job well done and a well-deserved day of rest, of living life to the fullest with the people you'd never want to live without. Fairway, closed on Sunday, open for life.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The bottom half of inning number 1 is underway as we go ahead. It's George Blake, who threw a no-hitter in the opening round quarterfinal game against Southeast Polk, takes strike 1. And, of course, again, following in great family lineage for him. He shoots that one left center field, and that will go over Grevin Goods' glove there in center field. George Blake will be rounding second, and he is going to slide in safely to third. It's a leadoff triple for the Indianola Indians. Wow, what a electric atmosphere. What an electric bat here from Blake as he goes ahead and gets some action rolling, now standing on third. Blake again, an Iowa commit as well. We have 2 Iowa commits on the field. And now a 1-0 count here to Bo Blake. And he takes a look at ball 2. And that one, a shot on a chopper to Remick. He looks at third, will fire to first, and he'll capture out number 1. And you take a look at this Indianola squad on the season. A pretty solid mark at 345 as a team. This is a team that has collected 279 RBIs. They have 4 guys with 30 or more runs driven in on the year. An impressive stat, an impressive mark as they look to continue that effort here. So after the George Blake triple, Bo Blake rounds out to third, now brings up Zach Beng to the plate. And that one is shot foul. That looked to go off of his leg there. And it evens up the count now. He has to walk that off, and certainly that is not fun. Coming off the bat there, it depends where it goes. If it's anywhere near the ankle, I'm already down myself. I have a runner on third as George Blake led things off with a leadoff triple. And that one to the outside edge, too far out of the zone to the righty here in Beng, the catcher here in today's contest. And the 2-1 and gets past Remick's glove at third. That placed the first run in the ball game. It's an RBI single to give the Indians a 1-0 advantage here early. Bang with the RBI single, scoring George Blake. Again, in this Indianola squad, seems like they've been there, done that. A heck of an effort there. They do give it as a hit, so it is 2 hits in the inning that have already pushed across a run. And now Asher Brick now up at the plate. The DH here in today's contest. On the year, Rick has been solid as a senior should be. 391, 65 total bases. With 45 hits, he's driven in 35 batters. And Grevin Goods out of the stretch, fires and gets him to send that one foul for a 1-1 count. And on the base pass, Indianola, they've been pretty strong. 101 stolen bases here. Just a third of all 4A teams can claim over 100 on the year. This team definitely one of that. The runner takes off, and that one is into the gap for sure. It'll get a runner over to third, and Coach Carlin will put the stop sign up as a double is in store here for Asher Brick. The DH comes through and puts 2 runners in scoring position. The third hit of the inning, and it has been a hit fest inning so far. All in favor of Indianola right now as we get the number 5 hole man and Dax Heimbaugh to the plate. Heimbaugh, the right fielder in today's contest, wearing number 11, Indianola, in their all whites with purple numbering, purple lettering, and yellow trim. Meanwhile, Valley Tigers in their black tops and gray pants with a white Valley on the front. The 0-1, excuse me, is not quite there. A 1-1 count ensues. Again, already 3 hits in this one, including 2 extra base hits. Just 1 down here. This has been an absolute off to the races type of game early on. Swing through for strike 2. And again, the dimensions here at Veterans Memorial Stadium in Cedar Rapids, 400 to the batter's eye at dead center, 315 to the left foul pole, and 325 to the right field foul pole. About 410 into the gaps. And boy, this Indianola team very much could do that. That's another single right up the middle it goes. That'll play 1 runner coming around third. And we have run number 3 of the ball game. An early, huge lead for the Indians. Boy, it has been a absolute hit fest here in this one, as Heimbaugh will plate 2 on his RBI single. That is the 4th hit of the ball game already, and Indianola has proven every bit of a top seed right now. And now you'll have the coaching staff coming out to have a quick conversation. Certainly, if you can get out of this with just 3 given up, kind of get back into it, have a little bit of a better time here, man, you could still get yourself in the right mindset, get out there and get something done. Again, up on the mound is Chad Barnes, who used to be coaching the likes of Urbandale and has his name on some history books there at Urbandale. He comes over and he has mainly managed the pitching staff side of things here for Coach Hawkins in his 3rd year at the helm for the Valley Tigers. And a bunt attempt gone awry there, as the next batter up is Dallas Harlan, the shortstop. So 1 strike here, and we have 1 down, an 0-1 count. There's already been 3 runs plated here for the Indians. Grevengood on the mound here for the Tigers. The pitch, that's an inside strike, gets strike number 2. On the year, Grevengood has done what he's needed to do across a hard CIML conference. 65 strikeouts, a 1.9 ERA. Team's hitting just 167 against him, although tonight it's been quite the opposite of that so far. A strikeout there and a swing through will capture strike 3 and the first strike out for Grevengood on the mound.
Pitcher number 2, Bryant Ritchie.
And now Bryant Ritchie gets to step up on a pitcher-pitcher battle. There's 2 down, and they're looking to add on to the 3 as that one is sent back foul. Ritchie has had a senior year that a lot of people would love, batting .259, but has driven in 26. He has 21 hits on the season, on base at a clip of 375 and an OPS of 721, meaning you're getting on base in many different ways and you're being an impact. As the throw over to first, keeping him honest there, and it stays put, runner on first. And the runner's taken off, and the throw from behind the plate is in time, but the tag not applied in time. The throw took the glove to the left side of second base. He needed to swipe the other way and just didn't quite get it in time. That's a stolen base here for Heimbaugh. And Grevin Good with the pitch. That one sent foul and into the left field stands. So a 1-2 count now. And once again, appreciate you jumping along and joining the ride for us. Valley and Indianola. Indianola, not a lot of state tournament history. Meanwhile, Valley has plenty of state tournament history. Right now, Indianola in the driver's seat as Richie will take a look and watch that one by for a 2-2 count. Again, this is going to determine who takes on Pleasant Valley in the 4A title game. Indianola has never reached a championship game in baseball, but this year has been a year of epic proportions for them. Out of the Little Hawkeye Conference, they obviously blew through what was a tough Little Hawkeye schedule. That one gets lifted high into foul territory, coming on from short. And a nice play by the shortstop in Hookie as he will secure the out. But not before the damage has been done. 3 runs plated here by Indianola as they go ahead and wrap things up here in the first inning. It's a 3-0 margin as we head to the second, and we'll be right back after this here on the IA Baseball Network.
Welcome!
We are
The Iowa High School
Athletic Association.
We're proud to bring you this broadcast of Iowa High School
Sports Championships,
Featuring Iowa's student athletes, schools, and communities.
We support teamwork, sportsmanship, and education-based activities.
Good luck, and thanks for watching.
When it comes to protecting your home, you need more than just a contractor, you need a team that you can trust. And at IA Sports, we trust Lion Exteriors. They deliver expert roofing, siding, and exterior solutions built to last because your home deserves the best. With quality craftsmanship, honest service, and stress-free process from start to finish, they make upgrading your home simple and reliable. Whether it's storm damage, a full roof replacement, or a fresh new look, Lion Exteriors has you covered. Contact Noah today or visit lion-exteriors.com and tell them IA Sports sent you to schedule your free inspection. Lion Exteriors, protecting your kingdom.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We get the top of inning number 2 here rocking for you. Appreciate you coming along for the ride and staying with us. Appreciate it. It was a long game 1. And there was a lot going on there, and this game gets started an hour and a half later than expected. And we now move on. And we get Aiden Plum stepping on up to the plate. Aiden Plum, the center fielder here. Or excuse me, it's not. It's Alec McClinton. Alex McClinton is stepping on up. McClinton on the year, 191, hasn't had a ton of action, 12 runs driven in across 17 hits on the season. And he registers now a 2-2 count as the leadoff man. And now the pitch, that one gets sent high into center field, into that big gap there. But closing that gap, and a heck of a run here by Mirma. Mirma, excuse me. As that will be a quick out number 1 And now we go to Aiden Plum after the flyout. Plum, the center fielder here in today's contest, will take ball one. This is the Valley squad that they have had to go through quite a challenge here this season in the CIML, but they managed to do just that. They started their postseason run with a 17-0 win over Des Moines East. And then in the second round, a 5-0 winner over Centennial before they took down Cedar Falls in the sub-state final 9-3. And then, of course, starting off the state tournament with a 2-1 winner over Waukee. And what was a great outing by Ryan Stedman. Now the 1-2 count here, Plum. Looks at it from Richie. Here's the dial and the pitch. And he gets him to swing through that one. Strikeout number one for Richie on the day. That was a challenge fastball, and he was just daring him to hit it on. Unfortunately here for Plum, he comes up empty as now McCabe Hookie gets his chance here with 2 down. Again, West Des Moines Valley in their 15th state tournament appearance in program history, one of the higher marks in the 4A scene. Again, the last time they made it here was 2018. The last time they won it all or made the title game was back in 2006. And that one is laced out there to deep short. The pick and fire across the diamond has it. A heck of a play here by Harlan. And it sets down the Valley Tigers 1, 2, and 3 for the second straight inning. And buckle up, folks. Indianola on the warpath, on the race path here. Mirma, Bergen, and Blake due up next when we return right here on the IA Baseball Network.
There's a kind of magic to making memories, to finding time for the little things and the big things, the new things, and the things you'll do over and over again. It's the magic of a job well done and a well-deserved day of rest, of living life to the fullest with the people you'd never want to live without. Fairway, closed on Sunday, open for life.
Welcome!
We are
The Iowa High School.
Athletic Association,
We're proud to bring you this broadcast of Iowa High School's
Sports Championships.
featuring Iowa's student athletes, schools, and communities.
We support teamwork, sportsmanship, and education-based activities.
Good luck, and thanks for watching.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's the bottom half of inning number 2. As we get rocking and rolling in game 2 of the 4A semifinals. Mirma stepping on up. He takes a look at ball 1 here from Grevengood on the season. Has had a good year, again, out of the Little Hawkeye Conference come the Indianola Indians. And here for Brody Mirma, the junior, batting .338 with 19 runs driven in across his 22 hits. He watches strike 1 go by and swings at the next pitch foul for strike 2. Again, what a field it is here at Veterans Memorial in Cedar Rapids, home of the Cedar Rapids Colonels, the Minnesota Twins minor league affiliate. And that one can't quite capture a swing and a hit. It gets a strike here. First one of the night here for, second one of the night for Grevengood. As now we go to the 9-hole man in Riker Bergen. And he takes a look at strike one here with one down. And for Indianola here as Bergen again steps on up to the plate, looking to tack on for what is a 250 average, 13 runs driven in and 8 hits. Looks at ball one. Indianola came through and they just kind of burned through their schedule for sure. Their first round game, they absolutely obliterated Des Moines North 25-0. And that put them into the Sub-State 8 championship, in which they took down Joaquin Northwest before taking a quarterfinal state tournament win over Southeast Polk on George Blake's no-hitter. So with the foul ball bringing 1-2, the pitch next, almost in the zone to the right-hander, but more in the left-handed batter's box than anything else. Evens up the count at 2 apiece. And that one is looped into shallow right center field, but backing up, and a good play out there at second, as that was Lynn to come in and capture it for out number 2. And now that brings up the top of the lineup in George Blake. Blake with some absolute thrilling at bat there. Picked up his 4th triple of the season and later came around to score. This is the guy who's on a tear, batting .417 with 42 runs driven in across now 46 hits on the season. And the 1-0 count will even it up back at 1-1. Coach Carlin is leading this squad here. Came on over from Bondurant Farrar a few years ago. And that one is laced right field and hugs the right line all the way to the wall. It goes. That will get him on his horse as he will stop at second. And George Blake cannot be stopped. That is his 2nd extra base hit of the game in just 2 at-bats. As he has been on fire now. Boy, what a time it is. What's the time it is for the Iowa commit here. Blake with his 17th double of the season, and with 2 down, keeps the inning rolling here as we now move to Bo Blake. The Indianola third baseman grounded out to third his last time up. That one, a shot out there to short. He'll look off and fire on to first. And a good sidearm toss here from Valley shortstop here in Hookie officially ends the inning. So 1 hit, that's the George Blake double, but nothing else coming of it. We now move on to a 3rd inning of baseball coming on up right after this here on the Iowa Baseball Network.
Sportsmanship means doing what's right, treating your opponent with respect, no matter the score.
The guy across from you works really hard to get to where he's at, so you should respect him, respect all the work he's put in.
It always goes back to the golden rule, you know, treat people how you would like to be treated.
I'm sure if you play sports, you've been around people who are unkind during the sport, but it makes it better and when everybody's kind. You're out there playing a sport, you're out there to have fun. You can still want to win, but always be kind. Remember, that's a human.
Nothing you can say from the stands is going to change the call that they make on the field. No matter how hard you yell at them, they're going to stick with the call on the field. So it doesn't really help much, but what does help is encouraging your team when they're down, when the call doesn't go their way. Instead of yelling at the officials, try to help encourage your team and get them out of the funk that they're in and try and get them in the right direction.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. A brand new inning in store for you after a scoreless second. Now brings up the Valley Tigers here once more. And it will start with the 7-hole man in Max Anderson, who takes a look with his first pitch for ball one. This Valley team comes in again after a really grueling schedule throughout the CIML, arguably the toughest schedule in the land, especially if you're a CIML squad altogether. But they've held their own on the season as a team batting .275, 417 total bases under their belt. The 1-1 count in the dirt on the far side to the right-handed hitter in Max Anderson. Leighton Hookey is up next. Valley, again, a huge win over Waukee, and it was really all due to the pitching that they had. A swing through and no go on the swing brings it to 2-2 now. And again, there is Richie with the swing. He gets it from Anderson as that is set down the second strikeout of the game here for Richie. As he gets that one and puts it to out number one to bring up Leighton Hookey to the plate. Again, in game one, Ryan Stedman, 108 pitches as he went through and struck out 9. Had just 2 hits against them, just 1 earned run in their battle against Waukee. And honestly, now I thought that they might have Remick stepping on up, but of course, Grevengood, a good option as well. And the pitch, that will not be in there. As we now have a 2-0 count. And the swing through there is not going to make it 2-1. There is one down here, and it has been pretty much Indianola up to this point. It's only been 2 innings under the books as the bunt attempt squared through, taken away, but in the end, Hookey should have gone through it. Strike 2 now. This is a Valley team that averages nearly 10 hits a ball game, and right now they have yet to find their first here through 2 innings. That one's sent back, and we remain at a 2-2 count. And again, Richie on the mound here, one of the top throwing arms here for the Indians, and he'll fire next and get a swing through with that one. Back-to-back K's gives him 3 on the night. Absolutely solid throwing as now Drew Snook comes up to the plate. Way to go on Richie as he goes ahead and punches across his 51st strikeout of the season. And he starts the number 9-hole man in Snook with strike 1. From the windup, now the pitch here, and having to dance out of danger with that pitch is now bringing a 1-1 count. And the Tigers had 4 consecutive championships all the way to 2006. They have not been to a title game since, as that one from the 9-hole man laced into left field. And the first hit and base runner of the game for the Tigers comes here in the top of the 3rd. And that's what the doctor ordered right now. As Trent Grevengood steps on up to the plate. And gosh, if you want a guy who can hit the ball and spray the ball all over the yard, this is kind of the guy that you really need here. Grevengood with 50 total bases on the year. He's driven in 9 across his .352 average on the year. On base, or an OPS, I should say, at a clip of .965. And the pitch has him floating inside or trying to shrug away from it. In the end, it's ball 1. And of course, like we said, with this Valley squad, they are known to steal the bases. 99 on the season out of 119 attempts. The pickoff attempt is right on cue, and they try and stop him from getting any edge there. The lead stolen base earner here for the Tigers is Grevengood on the mound right now. Snook, I don't believe, has much of a stolen base this year at all. So not a huge threat on the base pass here as Grevengood watches that away for ball 2. And the 2-0 count here from Veterans Memorial Stadium and the pitch. That one fouled back here. Again, Veterans Memorial is not the all turf field that Valley is used to. And of course, a lot of teams around Iowa are. This will give you all kinds of different hops and then some. Again, Valley just had a brand new turf field implemented for this season here in 2026 as Grevengood sends that one high. And now from right field, Heimbaugh will capture it for out number 3. And so despite the first hit of the ball game for the Tigers, they're unable to capitalize as we head on to the bottom half of the inning where it will be Bang, Brick, and Heimbaugh coming on up when we return right here on the IA Baseball Network.
Oftentimes when you have an injury or fall and you're concerned, your first thought is to go to the emergency room. But with DMOS Urgent Injury Clinic, wait times are often a lot less and you can be seen at a lower cost.
If you know that your injury is related to bones, joints, muscles, ligaments, it's a great place to start.
From sprains and strains to fractures and even lacerations. We have 3 clinics for urgent injury that you can be seen at. And
yes, those are chicken tenders. And yes, they're on a plate with your favorite Pizza Ranch items. Which means, yes, chicken tenders are now available at Pizza Ranch buffets. Make it a buffet day at Pizza Ranch.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are into the bottom half of inning number 3. Indianola struck first with a 3-run first. After a scoreless second, we're back here. And now we get Bang stepping on up to the plate after one of 3 individuals with an RBI hit in the first inning here for the Indians.
Catcher number 13, Zach
Benj looking to add on. It's already been a hit spree here for the Indians. They have 5 total hits. They have 5 out of the 6 combined here in this one. Trent Grevengood back on the mound here for the Valley Tigers, trying to bring back his self. This is a guy that has been slinging it all year long. 65 strikeouts, second most on this team. 46 innings pitched and a 1.67 mark against him on the year. That one too far inside and low for ball 2. What a game, what a day this has been. Pleasant Valley and a walk-off defensive play in 10 innings against Sioux City East. As that one dialed in for the strike here, 2-1. So this is the game to determine who plays Pleasant Valley in the final 4A game of the 2026 campaign tomorrow. And that will be the nightcap here. And of course, all across the social media scene, you can catch all of what we're doing here. And of course, we'll give you more updates on what's going on all across the land here. Wildcats and Durant still battling it out, I feel like, in Carroll, Iowa, the site for the 1A, 2A state tournament. And the 2-2 here from Grevengood, too high. Again, Indianola has never made it to a state title game before. They are just one win away from making it here. That one sent right back towards us, and we keep it right knotted up at a full count. What a beautiful park it is here at Veterans Memorial Stadium here in Cedar Rapids. A host for at least several more years of the 3A, 4A state tournament. And Grevengood not liking the call, as that was deemed too low by the home plate umpire, and that will put the lead runner onto the base paths here. Second inning out of the last three, in which the Indians have put the lead runner onto the base paths. And now Nolan Freeman is doing the pitch running duties, while Asher Brick gets his second trip up. He doubled back in the first inning. That was part of 2 extra base hits for the Indians in the first inning. And the empty count changes to 0-1 as Grevengood gets the needed overstrike. It's been errorless ball so far. No team has committed a defensive mistake. No team's committed any mistake at this point. And now the 0-1. That one's in the dirt off the shoe tops. And in fact, it was off of his foot, as Brick will be heading to first base via hit by pitch. So two up and 2 on now as we bring Max Heimbaugh to the plate. He was 1 of 2 to drive in a run here in the first inning. In fact, he helped to bring in 2 as they officially got a 3-0 advantage here early. And right now, with absolutely nobody out, he lays down a bunt attempt and a beauty right back to Grevengood. The only play he can make is at first, and it is successful. So they trade runners in scoring position at second and third for 1 out. Heck of a play there by Heimbaugh as the sacrifice bunt will work to perfection. And now we bring up Dallas Harlan to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. But Harlan on the year, a prototypical big-time hitter. 30 total bases on the year. He's walked 16 times, has 26 hits, and 18 runs batted in. He's got 2 guys in scoring position as he watches ball 1 low and away. So what could this game turn out to be like? Well, right now, the Indians in full control as that one skips in front of home plate for ball 2. Now, I know a lot of game left to play, and Valley certainly is one of those teams that is capable of coming through late in this one. In fact, nearly a quarter of their games in this season, nearly a quarter of their runs, I should say, have come in the final 3 innings of play. Here's the 2-0. We're going to move it to 2-1. Harlan not loving that call, but he still has to rock with it. It's 2-1 now. Everybody standing up here in the Indianola dugout. The corners are in here for the Tigers as they try to stop that bunt attempt. Meanwhile, the middle infield at normal depth, in fact, maybe a little bit deeper. And now we have a 2-2 count in the works. And with that 2-strike count, I doubt that there will be a bunt attempt here, although they could surprise us all. They will have him swing away, and he'll shoot that foul right side into the netting as it bounces back into the field of play. And they get rid of that for a new ball, but still a 2-2 count. First game went long with 10 innings. That one, a one-chopper out there to short. Hookie with the fire, and they will have to exchange a run for an out here. as Indianola will increase their lead. It's a 4-0 mark here with 2 down. That was deep enough in the hole there at short where you just didn't have a prayer when the runner was already taken off with the hit. Not a chance at that one. A smart play by Hookie as he captures out number 2 to now bring up Ryan Ritchie to the plate. And so two consecutive outs, and Ritchie swings through that one for strike 1. You know, it seems as though the Little Hawkeye Conference is that one has to put a pause. That one's laced into the outfield grass over the head of Hookie. And that will be another run driven in. It is now a 5-0 advantage here for the Indianola Indians. Heck of a job there by Ritchie as he helps out his own cause with an RBI single. So a 5-0 advantage here as we go ahead and kick things off with a 1-0 count. And that 1-0 count here to Mirma so far has struck out once. And now the scoreboard is updated. Had me thinking twice there for a second. Not that crazy after all. It depends on who you ask. That one too low. Grevin Good now behind a 2-0 count. So 3 runs in the first, now 2 in the third here for the Indians. They have jumped all over the second leading strikeout man for the Tigers in Grevin Good, who now finds himself walking yet another batter here. And I say that is only his second walk issued of the night. And so now that'll draw out the coaching staff to come out here. Barnes, once again, will make his way. And for the Valley coaching staff, Garrett Hawkins is the head coach in his 3rd season here for the Valley Tigers. Chad Barnes out doing the pitching duties here this season. There's Colton Bauman, Ty Plummer, Brendan Schoonover, Ben Stockton, Joe Bauman, Oliver Herizik, and Casey Stetzer. Bat Boys, Rex Kaiser, and Neil Roberts. And now the number 9 hole man in Riker Bergen. He has not joined in the 6-hit parade so far for the Indianola Indians. He was a fly out, or a pop out, I should say, to second his first trip. He represents batter number 7 and swings through that one for strike 1. Blake up next should they continue this inning. And you want a guy who's been the hardest out so far, arguably of the entire tournament, and that's George Blake. The pitch, and he swings through that one for strike 2. Grevin Good would certainly like to end this inning and have to face George Blake in the next. Right now, he's 1 strike away from making that happen, potentially. And here's the pitch, and he gets him to swing through that one. 3 strikes, and that officially captures 3rd strikeout of the night for Grevin Good. But not before 4 hits, 2 runs. And that is how we officially go into the next inning of play. It's a 5-0 Indianola lead, and we'll be back with more after this.
There's a kind of magic to making memories, to finding time for the little things and the big things, the new things, and the things you'll do over and over again. It's the magic of a job well done. and a well-deserved day of rest. Of living life to the fullest with the people you'd never want to live without. Fairway, closed on Sunday, open for life.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision, to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Welcome on back, ladies and gentlemen, inside the broadcast. Andrew Brown, we're here with you. Balls and strikes, hits, outs, everything in between from Veterans Memorial Stadium. The second 4A semifinal game here to cap off the night. And Ryan Stedman is up to bat, and he sends that one with one pitch into right field. And that will be Heimbaugh to pick it up. Boy, it has been, despite some strong hits, they've pretty much been atom balls for the most part here for the Tigers. As that fly out to right will now bring up Colton Remick, the University of Nebraska commit. So far, he too is 0 for 1 with the ground out, although he sends this one a little high blooper into the gap and into the Bermuda Triangle. It goes as you had Harlan, Mirma, and Bergen all converge here from left, center, and short. But that was just shallow enough, but yet far enough to grace the second hit of the ball game here for the Valley Tigers. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than anything else, but that was a muscled up hit into left center field. And now the Tigers have something rolling with one on here and one down. And Richie out of the stretch here. Hasn't happened a ton. In fact, the first 2 innings, he went 1, 2, and 3 with his work. And this is quite the start here for the Indians. They are continually putting on quite the show. That one too low, as that's not going to quite cut it out. Again, Indianola, they last made it back in 2022, but they were 10-run ruled early on by Iowa City High when it was back at Dwayne Banks Field. And they're still searching for their first state title game in program history. They've only made it one time in the 2020s. They also made it back in 2010, 2007, and 1969. They have just one state tournament win coming into this one. Now they have 2 with their win over Southeast Polk. And the way things are progressing right now, they're en route to a potential 3rd state tournament win. As now the batter turns to Alec McClinton, and he has a 2-2 count working for him. Richie will look off first. And he'll fire on home, the lefty. And that one gets away just a bit, but nicely done by Bengi behind the plate. Keeps it in front of him as the lefty-lefty matchup here from Richie and McClinton continues. We have several lefties here in this one, Blake being one of the more notable lefties. But of course, McClinton here for Valley, looking to get his first hit and the team's 3rd on a 3-2 count. Staying alive. Go ahead and play the song there as he stays alive. And we continue on. One down. McClinton having a solid season in his own right. He looks at the 3-2 count and laces that one right side, but in foul territory it goes. The junior hasn't had a ton of success overall. He does have a 191 average. He struck 17 hits across 18 walks. He's played some pretty good defense here on the year. And right now, with a full count, trying to add hit number 20. Pickoff attempts, just keeping them there and keeping them honest at first. It certainly is a heated battle here, although it's in favor of Indianola right now. That one is in there, and it frozen. The fourth strikeout of the game here for Ritchie comes in a big way, as now there are 2 down. And they get a chance to potentially escape into a new inning once again without giving a run. But now they're going to run into McCabe Hookey. And trying to keep him honest over there, as Plum will go ahead and step on up. The empty count here to the number 5 hole man as he shoots that one to second. And that will eat him up there. Rockhold will unfortunately let that one go by. I shouldn't say let. He unfortunately watches that one go by, as the runner will advance to third, and runners on the corners now here for the Tigers. And we're saying, yes, there is a chance as Plum reaches on the air. And the way this game is going, it seems like it's going to have to be whatever you can do to scrap across a run. The way things have gone, those 2 hits have seemingly come at a large expense for the Tigers. And this is just uncharacteristic of what we're normally used to seeing out of a team like this. But Hookey with a chance. He's 0 for 1. But a hit into the outfield could help out his cause here. And he takes strike 1. It has been a game to remember already here for Indianola. They played it 3 in the first, 2 in the third. And now here's the pitch. That one's right in the zone here. I thought a bit high, but the home plate umpire says it is strike 2. And the fans are already in on it. And here's the 0-2. That one a bit high, in fact, too high and inside. That one tagged him on the shoulder. And now the Valley Tigers have a good situation going. Bases loaded, although they have had to do it with 2 down as Coach Carlin comes on up. Valley at 24 wins on the year entering the state tournament. They have now 5 wins in a row. And that was something said because they were 5th in the CIML standings at 12-10. Johnston being the CIML winner at 17 wins. Of course, they had exited here in the quarterfinal round. And of course, Waukee being number 2, which means out of the 6 teams in there, the CIML represented 3 of the state tournament teams. And right now, the Valley Tigers are the lone CIML squad left standing. And as Hookey hit by a pitch, Max Anderson will step on up to the plate. Anderson looking to come through in a big way here. He's looking for hit number 22 of the season. And that would certainly plate at least 1. He takes a look at ball 1. 8 combined hits in this one, 6 of them belonging to the Indians, 2 belonging to the Tigers. Their third would undoubtedly plate 1, if not 2. The pitch. That one gets lifted right side, but coming on in is high ball. And he will capture the out, and the energy continues to rise here for the Indians. There was just 1 hit in the inning as the fly out to right concluded that. That was the best offensive inning of the night so far for the Tigers, but it still doesn't yield a run. They'll head in to a brand new bottom half of the inning, and they're going to try and be stingy defensively. Meanwhile, it's the top of the batting order for Indianola, Blake, and Bengi, when we return right here on the IA Baseball Network.
Yes, those are chicken tenders. And yes, they're on a plate with your favorite Pizza Ranch items. Which means, yes, chicken tenders are now available at Pizza Ranch buffets. Make it a buffet day at Pizza Ranch.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision, to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's the bottom half of the fourth, and up, George Blake, one of the hardest outs in the 4A field. And Grevin Good from the stretch will send a pitch, and that one will get sent out of the ballpark foul. Blake has been on fire here today. Nothing but extra base hits, a double, a triple, and what's next? A potential home run. That one fouled back here for strike two. And Grevin Good on the year so far. We talked about it before. He has 65 strikeouts coming into today's contest. Now with 68 after he's punched out 3 here in this one. Looking for punch out number 4, and that would be a big one. Here's the pitch. That one is laced out to second, and a good watch into the glove, which is hard to do from Lind. He ends up securing the out. A big out at that, and for the first time tonight, George Blake will have to head back to the dugout without a hit. And now we have Bo Blake stepping on up. He is 2 ground outs under his belt. The right-hander trying to add some more spark here. It's already been a huge game here for the Indians. And that one, he watches in there for a strike, 0-1. It's been an effective game and an efficient game overall if you want to take a look at anything that this Indianola squad has done so far. They've managed 5 runs off 6 hits, and they've also been doing some pretty good work defensively on the mound. Richie with 4 strikeouts. This has been a Valley team just struggling to get hits here in this one with just 2, but Indianola not so much, although I say that. And now Grevin Good punches out his 4th of the game. And 2 quick down here as he's starting to find a rhythm. So that will bring up Zach Benj to the plate. He is 1 for 1 with a walk. And of course, he has also been one that's been around the base pass every which way. He's scored twice as well. And he takes a look at strike 1. Again, by tomorrow, we will have all of the state tournament field set in 3A. The field looks like this. The last 2 teams standing includes Dubuque Wahlert Catholic, the Golden Eagles, and the Knights of Davenport Assumption. Right now, the 1 ticket has been punched to the 4A title game, and that is Pleasant Valley, as they won a 10-inning walk-off thriller. And that one is in there for strike 2 here to Zach Beng. Already on the base pass twice here in this one. And the 0-2, he went up the ladder and obliged with a high strike, but could not connect. as he is set down for the first time here tonight, and back-to-back Ks brings Grevengood's total up to 5 on the day. And that'll officially be the most efficient inning that Valley has had defensively all night. 1, 2, and 3 goes the Indianola top half of the order. A tall task, but they did it. And that'll send them into the 5th when we return right here on the IA Baseball Network.
Sportsmanship means doing what's right, treating your opponent with respect, no matter the score.
The guy across from you works really hard to get to where he's at, so you should respect him, respect all the work he's put in.
It always goes back to the golden rule, you know, treat people how you would like to be treated.
I'm sure if you play sports, you've been around people who are unkind during the sport, but it makes it better and when everybody's kind. You're out there playing a sport, you're out there to have fun. You can still want to win, but always be kind. Remember, that's a human.
Nothing you can say from the stands is going to change the call that they make on the field. No matter how hard you yell at them, they're going to stick with the call on the field. So it doesn't really help much, but what does help is encouraging your team when they're down, when the call doesn't go their way. Instead of yelling at the officials, try to help encourage your team and get them out of the funk that they're in and try and get them in the right direction.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. A brand new inning here for you. The top half of the 5th will start as we get rocking and rolling with 8, 9, and 1 here for the Tigers. It will be Leighton Hookey who starts with strike 1. And Richie once again on the mound for his 5th inning of work. The bunt attempt laid down, and it's a dribbler out there to the mound. Nicely done. And a heck of a play by Richie, as that was just by a step that he nailed him. I mean, a solid call here by Coach Hawkins to try and get some action moving here, as Hookey has quite the speed and he put it on display, but unfortunately he was put out on a heck of a throw from the Indianola hurler. And now that brings up Drew Snook to the plate. He has captured 1 of 2 hits along with Colton Remick on the night. And Richie will look. He'll fire on home. He'll get a high strike and even the count at 1 apiece. So with 1 down, it's 1 strike. And the pitch, that one gets sent back. It's a 2-strike count now. And boy, all around, this has been just a strong outing here from Indianola. It hasn't been world beating or anything, but certainly the way that they have put on a good showing defensively, it's been tough to find much offense here for the Tigers, as that one too far into the left-handed batter's box. Draws the count even at 2-2. Richie with the look, he'll fire on home. And that one looked to be about knee-high, but must have tailed down late. And the late action brings it full, 3-2. The payoff pitch coming on up. Something's happening here. And the delivery. We do it once more, as that one's fouled back. Coach Carlin coming on out, having just a clarifying conversation here. We have the Durant Wildcats looking to punch their ticket to the 2A state title game, 9-2 in the top of the 7th. Meanwhile, they will go ahead and try and face off against Pleasantville in the 2A state title game. But again, we don't have final confirmation yet. Still a 3-2 count here on the number 9 hole man for Valley. And that one's too far inside, almost got him on the elbow. It draws the walk, and another runner onto the base pass here, just the third of the night here for the Tigers. And with that, they have a chance. Something brewing here as the top of the lineup now steps on up. Grevin Good looking for his first hit of the ball game. So far, he's flied out twice to center field. And we could look at potentially some action on the base pass here for the Tigers. The pitch coming on, and that will be an outside strike to the right-handed hitter in Grevin Good. The Tigers with 99 stolen bases entering today's game. Grevin Good up at the plate. We'll see if anyone takes off, and they don't. That one too far outside, ball one. Ryan Stedman up next. And this is as high stakes as you can get it. The loser will watch their 2026 season come to a close. Meanwhile, the winner will play one more game to decide who gets to take home the hardware. Right now, it is Indianola in a strong lead here, 5-0. They do have an error and 6 hits. Meanwhile, Valley errorless baseball defensively, but just 2 hits. And that's not going to cut it. A high fastball on the outside edge, up and away. Swung on, and an off-balance swing puts Grevin Good back into the dugout. So that marks strikeout number 5 here from Richie on the night. As Stedman steps on up, he's flown out to right twice. The Iowa commit looking to play at least another game past this. And that one right back almost to the pitcher's mound there as it bounced off the catcher's gear for Bengi. Excuse me. As he was unable to corral that, and it just ricocheted so far that it nearly got to the pitcher's mound. And that was all that was needed here for Snook to reach second. So the 1-0 count here. As he looks back to second, he'll fire on home, and that one is a high chopper, left side foul territory as it goes to the home dugout pitching mound. And we have a 1-1 count. And the warm-up mound just on the outstretched part of the home team dugout. That one gets left side. That's drilled near the outside corner and the diving attempt. And it squeaks away. Valley will go ahead and plate one on a Ryan Stedman RBI double. That one I was about to claim a catch, but he could not complete the catch on the way down, scored it out of the glove. That one was tailing towards the chalk line, and oh boy, a heck of a diving attempt. Almost got it, but it squirted away, and the Valley Tigers put one on the board. That brings up Colton Remick to the plate. A home run threat every time he steps on up to the plate for sure. And the pitch, that will get sent high. That will not even be close to a home run, as that will come down into the glove of the left fielder in Bergen. And that will be all she wrote for the Tigers here in the top half of the 5th. They do go ahead and capture one. They decrease that lead by just a bit. And we will head now into the bottom half of inning number 5. And when we come back, it will be 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Indians when we return.
Hey guys, a lot of ways out there in baseball to improve your game, because it's all about improvement, right? And one of the ways you want to do that is improving your swing. One of the ways to help improve your swing, the batting donut. a trusted weight since 2022, comes in 9 and 16 ounce varieties. This covered in durable non-scratch silicone helped to protect your bat. It comes in a signature pink, blue, or chocolate frosting. Is a great way to pay homage to a wonderful breakfast treat while helping to strengthen, home in, and zero in on your perfect swing. So don't leave it to chance. Go out there, have some fun, and get the batting donut today.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into the broadcast here. We have news from Carroll as it's Durant to punch their ticket to the state title game in 2A as they down Unity Christian by a 9-4 margin. What a year it has been for Durant as they grace their 5th state tournament appearance in program history, and they go ahead and punch their first 2 tournament wins ever as a program. And they're off to their first state title game in program history as well. So congrats to them. And now that one is shot out to center field. Lind with the pickup as he backhanded near second base. And a heck of a throw to get him out as Asher Brick, the DH, is set down for out number 1. And now Max Highbaugh stepping on up. He had to sacrifice his last time up, but he also had an RBI strike back in the first, and he takes ball 1. And Grevin Good with the pitch, and he gets a swing through there as he gets the strike now. 1-1 with the count, as he now has totaled 74 pitches on the day. Grevin Good has been a little shaky for the first 3 innings, but he has settled down here as of late, and his team has helped back him up at least a little bit with 1 run plated in the 5th. We have a 1-1 count. Bases are empty, and the pitch. That one gets a bit high on him here. 2-1 now the count to Max Highbaugh, the right fielder. Drove in a couple runs back in the first. Would love to add on to that here. A check swing, and he did lay off in time. 3-1. So again, so far in Carroll, we have for the 2A state title game, it will include the Pleasantville Trojans as they look to defend their crown. They are 8-5 winners over Cascade, and they will go up against the Durant Wildcats in their first ever state title game. And for Highbaugh, that was a ball 4 scenario. He gets the chance to get back onto the base pass for the second time in 3 trips. And now that'll bring Dallas Harlan to the plate. Had a sack RBI back in the 3rd. And he will take strike 1 in his 3rd at-bat of the game. Again, the scoring so far for Indianola, 3 in the first, 2 in the 3rd. And a pickoff attempt here by Grevin Good is not going to be in time. Again, on at first is Highbaugh. And a swing through on that. 0-1 moves it to 0-2. Grevin Good already with 5 strikeouts. He's been silently good here tonight. It was the early goings that really got to him. And right now, he's looking like he's settling in just a bit. The 0-2. And that one's shot in a diving stop here by Lind. A pick up from his knees, and he got him. Heck of a play as he records the first 2 outs here of the inning. The second time he has a diving attempt, and he secures out number 2. Meanwhile, the runner from first moves on over to second. And now we get a pitcher-on-pitcher battle with Richie stepping on up to the plate. Richie drove in a run back in the third. He is 1 for 2 on the day. He came in with 21 hits, added his 22nd here. And he starts with a 1-0 count. So with 2 down here, a runner on at second, trying to keep the scoring effort alive. That one gets sent out of play, back here for strike one. Again, the state title games are getting set, and they are getting laid out. We have in 1A the 8th seed in Moravia up against the number 1 seed in Newman Catholic. As the 1-1 count here is too high for ball 2, in which a lot of digging was made, but we have not had an 8 seed win a state tournament title since 95. So 1995, the last time an 8 seed won it all. The 2-1 sliced back here, and now it's 2-2. Now we've had 8 seeds get to the title game. In fact, 4A, we had Bettendorf as an 8 seed make it all the way. But they ended up falling in the title game to Iowa City High. Right now it's 6 hits for Indianola. They have 5 runs, 3 hits for Valley to push across 1 run. And a 2-2 count here to Richie. And the runner looked to try and take off there, but stumbled. And it's probably a good thing Richie fouled that one back. There have been several different, of course, these 2 games here, several stumbles. The biggest one happened in game 1, in which Sioux City East had their man stumble running to home plate, and the throw ended up getting him out and sending Pleasant Valley to the state title game. The 2-2 delivery is coming on up, and they almost get him, but the throw gets away. Revengood sails that one into the outfield, but lucky for him, Heimbaugh was not looking at that, as he had turned his back towards the play, and he didn't even think about or even know that there was a chance. So now we have a 2-2 count, still a runner in scoring position here for the Indians. They've made quite a mark of that here. All but 1 inning they've had that one. That one gets sent left side, tailing, and it will find its way into foul territory. That one started into fair and just kind of, just like a good hook might do, it tailed, and hooked into the corner foul. That certainly would have driven in the runner from second, if not put him all the way at third. And it is Indianola looking to tack on more. They know that against Valley, it is not enough. Not enough to make sure to go out and just put up even a comfortable 5 runs. And that one is the strike, low around the knees. And you could tell Richie not quite happy with that one. But it doesn't matter because it is a recorded 6th strikeout here from Grevengood, as he sets down Indianola and gets the Tigers a chance to get back to the bats here. And when we do come back, it will be 4, 5, and 6 due on up for the Tigers as they try and claw their way back into this one right after this here on the Iowa Baseball Network.
There's a kind of magic to making memories, to finding time for the little things and the big things, the new things, and the things you'll do over and over again. It's the magic of a job well done and a well-deserved day of rest, of living life to the fullest with the people you'd never want to live without. Fairway, closed on Sunday, open for life.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We get a brand new inning as the Tigers, they're in a little bit of dire straits. They have just 6 outs to work with. They gotta come up with a mountain of an effort here. And they start things off here in the top half of the 6th inning with McClinton, who swings through strike 1. And the pitch, that one goes too far inside here. Richie, who has had a good game here tonight. 5 strikeouts on the docket for him. It's been a pretty good workload for Richie. He has thrown now 72 pitches, as that one too far outside for ball 2, but now 72 pitches. He has allowed just 1 earned run across 3 hits. And he has been fairly effective here on the mound as he looks to try and send the Indians to their first state title game in program history. That one too far outside, ball 3. Coach Carlin coming on out, and he heads on back, just giving the directions, giving the orders here as the outfield goes a little bit back here. Right field and Highbaugh goes deep into right field. Meanwhile, center field in Miramah goes deep right center field, and that brings a wide gap here. A shot into the left center field gap would most assuredly get at least a double. Richie with the 3-2, the pitch. And he was looking for it. He was looking for the strikeout here, but he got nothing. In fact, he drew a walk here as McClinton will get to the base pass for the first time here tonight. And now Aiden Plum stepping on up. He did reach base. He did so via an error back in the 4th. The Tigers only have 6 more outs to work with. And they've got to do a whole lot of work, a mountain of work here with the way things have gone. And so far, this inning starting off in the right direction. McClinton with a walk. And now Plum trying to pick up his first hit of the ball game. The Tigers with 3 hits in this one. And right now, a 2-0 count puts them in pretty good position for another. But Coach Carlin will come out onto the mound, and I'm not sure if this is just a calm down kind of conversation, as it is just him and Bengi behind the plate and Richie. I don't know if it's what kind of conversation is being had here. He kind of shook his hand just a little bit. I haven't seen anything that would tell me that there's any injury afoot. And really, he's in a pretty good spot right now. He has a runner on, but he has had only 1 instance of a runner at second and third for that matter. He's had a bases loaded situation against him, but with 2 out. And they managed to skate out of that one pretty well. So, I mean, all said and done here, this has been pretty much Richie driving the bus defensively. He has had some good defensive plays around him. Not a lot of action here offensively for the Tigers, who look to change that here. The 2-0 pitch coming on up for Richie, and that one will find its way into the strike zone. About thigh high on the inner side of the plate to the right-handed hitter here in Plum. The Tigers, as good as their pitching has been, they haven't quite matched up to that with the offense. Although they have had both Remick and Stedman with 9 and 8 home runs, respectively. That one, though, is not going to get out of the ballpark. In fact, it will find its way into the glove of Bergen. And that will record out number 1 here. As Plum is set down on the fly out to left, now bringing up McCabe Hookie to the plate. He has reached himself on a hit by pitch. But again, the Tigers with 3 out of the 9 hits so far in this one. Tigers scratched across their only run of the game back in the 5th. They're trying to add a lot more into the mix here. Strike one gets poured in here from Richie. Richie with his 82nd pitch of the game. And he hurls it, and that one too low. And the throw over to first. Did they get him? Not by a step. Wow, that was close. Now, you saw McClinton look like he was going to take off to second. And I don't know if he thought that Bengi behind the plate would even float a ball his way. But it turned out that Bengi had a cannon and fired it to first. Almost nabbed him. Got in there by a hand length. That was a quick one there. Meanwhile, the count draws 2-1 here to the number 6 hole man in McCabe Hookie. 3 hits here for the Tigers. And he watches that one, gave up on that one, in fact. That one kind of rolled off the tables just around knee high, but it was deemed strike 2 nonetheless. The 2-2 count now. Here's the pitch. That one gets laced, but an atom ball right to short, and the throw to first is not in time. But I swear Harlan had absolutely no movement on that one. That was right to him. A classic atom ball. And that puts 2 down here in the top half of inning number 6. And Max Anderson stepping on up. A strikeout and a flyout in 2 trips. He's trying to add on to the 3-hit mark that the Tigers have so far. And he takes strike 1. Down to their final 4 outs here in this one. The Tigers do not have much time left. They got to get things rolling and fast, but Richie on the mound is making it an incredibly tough task as he tosses ball 1 on the outer edge to the righty and Anderson. Normal depth here, more like double play depth, and the pickoff attempt is successful. Wow, what a play here from Richie as he is dominating this game. A clear front runner for player of the game here as his craftsmanship and magicness goes ahead and secures out number 3. And despite a runner onto the base pass, it's all thwarted and all for naught. The Tigers down to their final 3 outs here in this one. Meanwhile, the Indians with Mirma, Bergen, and Blake try and add on to their 4-run advantage when we return right here on the IA Baseball Network.
Welcome!
We are
the Iowa High School
Athletic Association.
We're proud to bring you this broadcast of Iowa High School
Sports Championships,
Featuring Iowa's student athletes, schools, and communities.
We support teamwork, sportsmanship, and education-based activities.
Good luck, and thanks for watching.
Yes, those are chicken tenders. And yes, they're on a plate with your favorite Pizza Ranch items. Which means, yes, chicken tenders are now available at Pizza Ranch buffets. Make it a buffet day at Pizza Ranch.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, inside a bottom of the 6th inning. Here we rock and here we roll. Indianola trying to tack on as Mirma stands on up to the plate. A 0-for-1 mark with a walk on the day. They are looking to punch their ticket into their first ever state title game, and they're looking to be the second team left standing here as they look to face Pleasant Valley here. But right now, Grevengood back out for a 6th inning worth of work, trying to qualm any more offense here. He has been doing pretty good job. Omen's work with 6 strikeouts, although that one gets hit right up the middle and just past the shortstop in Hookie. As the Indians will pick up hit number 7 on the day and put a runner right back onto the base paths. That one more on the second base side of short, as that was as up the middle as you could get, because again, Hookie was hovering more on the second base side than anything. So that was as classic of a seeing eye single as it could ever be. And now there's another mound visit here for the Tigers. I don't know very much that we're going to get as Coach Hand comes on out to have a conversation. I don't think we're getting, well, actually, I think we might be getting a new hurler, as Grevengood's night on the mound will look to cease because we have somebody coming on in. And in fact, Grevengood's night will officially be done, as he went nearly the distance, 5 innings worth of work. He struck out 6 in the process across 91 total pitches. And we'll have a new pitcher to talk to you about when we come back. Stick with us right here. We have more of the Class 4A semifinal, Valley and Indianola, right back after this.
There's a kind of magic to making memories, to finding time for the little things and the big things, the new things, and the things you'll do over and over again. It's the magic of a job well done and a well-deserved day of rest, of living life to the fullest with the people you'd never want to live without. Fairway, closed on Sunday, open for life.
Welcome!
We are
the Iowa High School
Athletic Association.
We're proud to bring you this broadcast of Iowa High School's
Sports Championships,
Featuring Iowa's student athletes, schools, and communities.
We support teamwork, sportsmanship, and education-based activities.
Good luck, and thanks for watching.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on back here into the bottom half of the inning. We have a new pitcher to talk to you about, and it is Leighton Hookie coming in from left field. He has matched his inning count with strikeouts, 19 on the year. He has a 0.72 ERA, while teams hitting just 2.40 against him. Just 2 earned runs allowed, 10 walks, and 18 hits on the season. And now we go on up to the bottom part of the lineup. Riker Bergen with a bunt attempt, which goes awry, and he starts things off with a 0-1 count. And we have, once again, the corners are in here, of course. First baseman and Anderson keeping him on at first. Meanwhile, Remick will probably be the guy to crash on in here. It's more of a rounded, as the bunt attempt once again goes awry and sent to the back. And most likely Coach Carlin will not be putting that bunt attempt on again. We've seen plenty of small ball here in the 4A state tournament. We've seen plenty of action here in the 4A state tournament as well. We've had two home runs, I believe, in the state tournament across 3A and 4A. The bunt attempt with 2 strikes laid down, and it keeps walking, and foul ball. It just trailed foul there, and great job by Hookie to let that one keep going. I mean, again, if it goes foul before it gets past the bag, it is deemed foul ball. And so despite all that action, what that means is with 2 strikes, you foul it off on a bunt attempt, it's an out. As Bergen is set down. He's set down, I believe, on what's called strikes, but he's out regardless, however you want to dice it, as that brings up George Blake to the plate, taking strike 1. I mean, that one hugged the line and on the line for quite some time before it tailed off to the right side of first. Runner taken off now, and there will be no throw as that one nearly clipped the feet of Blake, the left-handed extraordinaire. Blake has been on a tear here in this postseason. He's already had 2 hits here tonight. The 1-1 count, and the pitch sails a bit high and too far up and away here to Blake. Kind of hard to go up against this guy and survive. And in fact, they won't even give him a chance, it looks like. They're going to go ahead and walk him. And you can hear it from the fans. They're not liking that, but a badge of honor here for Blake as he is being walked to get to the second hole man in Bo Blake. I don't know. It was already in the at-bat. I don't know if there was just late communication, but usually that decision is made before he even steps into the batter's box. Here's the pitch. That one dialed in here for the strike. And with 2 on, an 0-1 count here to the 2-hole man in Bo Blake, who is searching for his first hit of the ball game. It's a 5-1 lead here for Indianola. They have picked up their first state tournament win in school history. Now looking for a second to punch their ticket to the title game. Meanwhile, the Valley Tigers, they're trying to climb that 4-run deficit, 4-run mountain of a deficit, I should say. And that one gets hit high, and that will be on to the roof here and bounce right back. That had a long way to travel up and down. As we remain back at an 0-2 count here with a runner on and just 1 down. 2 runners on, I should say, and 1 down. Bo Blake up at the plate. 7 hits for Indianola. An 8th would potentially give them another run. That one a shot left side. A diving attempt there at short from his knees. And the play is not there, and it gets away. The run come on home. And we have a 6-1 ball game. Indianola with another 5-run advantage. A nice play by Hookie deep in the hole at short from his knees with the throw, but that bounced out of the glove here from Anderson at first, and it bounced away into foul territory. And he had quite the distance to travel. Meanwhile, the runner from third came on home as he took off. And now it's a 6-1 advantage here. Runners on second and third here with just 1 down. As we bring up Zach Bengi to the plate. So the error defensively here for Valley will not only put 2 runners in scoring position, but watch all their work to trim that lead down to 4 vanish. And now the 2-0 count. Not quite in there. And Hookie having some trouble out there. I mean, there is first base open, but you only have 1 down. A 2-1 count here on the mound for Hookie, trying to get out of the jam here. That one gets sent. A diving attempt is not enough into left field, and that will plate 1 more as George Blake will come on home for run number 7. And the Indians continue to put the pressure on. It's a 7-1 ball game. The defense was in for Valley, and there was just no chance at grabbing that one. Right in between Remick and Hupke. They're at third and short, respectively. There was not a chance. They just had to watch that one go by as Indianola picks up their 7th run and 9 hit of the ball game. So now as Asher Brick steps on up, following the Bengi RBI single, he's looking to add on. So far, he has doubled, been hit by pitch, and grounded out. First pitch he sees as the runner takes off for ball, or strike one, excuse me. So now runners both in scoring position here, just one down. And with one down, the pitch. That one, a letter high strike. 0-2 the count. And Bengi with his 2nd RBI single of the night. And Rick Asher looking to pick up his 2nd hit of the night. These two teams have faced off once before in the 2026 season. That one gets hit high, and that will be playable out in center field. Plum with the pickup, and the fire home will not be in time as run number 8 of the game has crossed on the Brick Asher sacrifice RBI. Boy, it just continues on here as the Indians have now plated 3 here in the 6th. Exactly what the Valley Tigers did not need at this point. And they're going to have to continue on with it as batter number 7 of the inning and Max Himbaugh coming on up. That one, a diving attempt by Hookie towards the second base side. He'll stand up in time and fire it to first for the out. A sidearm toss will finally end the threat, but not before the Indians go up, and they go up big in this one. It's 8-1, and we'll see if the Valley Tigers have what it takes to climb their way back after this. When we come back, it will be 7, 8, and 9 in the lineup right after this here on the Iowa Baseball Network.
Welcome!
We are
the Iowa High School
Athletic Association,
We're proud to bring you this broadcast of Iowa High School
Sports Championships,
featuring Iowa's student athletes, schools, and communities.
We support teamwork, sportsmanship, and education-based activities.
Good luck, and thanks for watching.
Yes, those are chicken tenders. And yes, they're on a plate with your favorite Pizza Ranch items. Which means, yes, chicken tenders are now available at Pizza Ranch buffets. Make it a buffet day at Pizza Ranch.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Richie back on the mound, looking to finish things off here for the Indianola Indians. They're looking for the second ever win in the Bound era against the Valley Tigers. They have won just once back in 2024, but Valley leads the all-time series 10-1, although Indians looking to make it 10-2. And it will be up to Max Anderson to try and get things started here for the Valley Tigers, trying to claw their way back and the mountain to climb as they are down big in this one, 8-1. Bottom of the 7th, here we go, and that is dialed in there for the strike. Richie pitch number 87. He's been fairly effective here in this one, just 10 plus over the limit. Over the minimum, I should say. And the 0-1 turns to 1-1. Man, the Tigers, they're trying to claw their way back here into this one for sure. But they got quite the hill to climb. Meanwhile, Indianola again, they have captured state tournament win number 3 in their program history. They came into today's to the state tournament just 1-4 in tournament play. They added one win against Southeast Polk, and now they're looking to add their second CIML victory here in the postseason. The 1-2 count is swung on and a strikeout. K number 6 of the game. What an outing here for Bryant Ritchie. He is continued to be as strong now as he's ever been. And boy, if you ever thought the Indianola wasn't legitimate, boy, they have put on quite a display against CIML foes nonetheless. They have been dominant. And Ritchie has on the mound 6 Ks, now going up against Leighton Hookey in a pitcher-pitcher battle. The 0-1's too high. Again, this is a Indianola squad that has never been to a state title game in baseball. The 1-1 up and in for some chin music ball too. This would certainly be something huge. And right now as it stands, unless Valley somehow gets on a huge run with 2 down, I don't know if Ritchie's coming out of the game despite bullpen action. Here's the 2-1. He tried to paint that outside corner, and I got to say, through now 6 full innings and a 6 1/3, he has had some pretty good control. I mean, there hasn't been too many pitches that were way out there or not without a purpose to be out of the zone. The 3-1, and I was thinking that was strike. About to call it, but it's called ball 4. And it puts a runner onto the base pass here for the Tigers. The fourth straight inning that they've done that here. So they've had runners on base, but they haven't had a runner on second since the early going in this one. And it's been trouble for them all game long, as now Snook steps on up to the plate and takes ball 1. So with 1 out here, Snook trying to get on base and bring the top of the order back here. They've got quite the hill to climb. 3 runs in the bottom of the 6th help Indianola to push across a big lead here. Overall, the Indians plated 3 in the first, added 2 more in the third. After Valley added 1 of their own in the 5th, Indianola answered with a 3-run bottom of the 6th. And we stand here with an 8-1 advantage. And now a 1-2 count here on the 9-hole man in Snook. One out, a 1-2 count here. It's been quite the run for Ritchie. Pitch number 87 coming on up. And he'll fire on home and get the strikeout there. Second strikeout of the inning, number 7 on the night, and it's definitely got to be Ritchie if things hold on. Ritchie's looking to send this team to their first ever state title game in program history. And now for the Tigers, their season comes down to 1 more out. They're trying to get a 2-out rally of all 2-out rallies. They need 7 to tie it, 8 to take the lead. And that is a mountain of an effort to climb. And they're going to now have to do it with just 2 strikes left in their season. The bullpen arms have officially come on in. They're going to let Ritchie go the distance here. Here's the 0-1. And that one gets in the dirt, gets away. And the runner will take off to second here as Hookey stands in scoring position. It seems like a moot point right now with a 7-run deficit. But, you know, you got to start somewhere. Valley trying to add on and trying to keep their season alive. Ritchie comes set from the stretch. And he'll fire on home. That one gets hit right side. That will look to be it. And that will do it. Indianola captures their first ever ticket to the state title game in program history. They are off to take on Pleasant Valley for the right to be crowned champs. The Indians have done it for the first time in program history. They make the title game, and they have done so by allowing just 2 combined runs here in the state tournament. What an absolute blast of an effort here from the Indians as they go ahead and keep their season alive for one more game. They're headed to the state title game tomorrow. For the Valley Tigers, their season that has been, which has been a strong one, will officially end. And their season will come to a close as they will drop to 24-15 on the season. It's been a magical run for the Tigers. They graced their first state tournament since 2018, but they unfortunately came 1 game shy of making it back to the state title game. So Valley, unfortunately, not able to get back to their former glory. Meanwhile, the magical run that is for Indianola continues on. First ever state tournament trip for them, and they will be off to take on Pleasant Valley for the right to be crowned champions. What a game it was from Bryant Ritchie, our player of the game. He went the distance, a complete game on 102 pitches. He struck out 7 en route to allowing just 3 hits, 1 earned run, and just 3 walks on the day. What a game it was for him. Oh, and that was with George Blake's performance as well. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we know all of our state title game participants in all 4 classes. For the 4A scene, it will be Indianola up against Pleasant Valley. In the 3A scene, it will be Dubuque-Wahlert up against Davenport Assumption. In 2A, Durant up against Pleasantville. And in 1A, Newman Catholic will battle Moravia. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in, making this part of your day. We will wrap up our broadcast time here at the state tournament. We'll still give you plenty of coverage of all 4 state title games coming on up. But as for our broadcasts, we'll be back to a regular scheduled video broadcast in the All-Star Series, which is 2 weeks or 1 week from Saturday. Boy, gotta pod them down just a little bit. But again, this is our final broadcast until the All-Star Series coming on up next Saturday. We appreciate you joining along for the ride, and thanks for tuning in for everybody, for myself and everybody here at IA Baseball. Thanks for tuning in, and really appreciate a great run that it has been here in 2026. We have the title game coming on up tomorrow. It's Indianola, Pleasant Valley in 4A. Thanks again for tuning in. It's been a fun season, and stay safe on those base paths, will you? Thanks again. We'll see you later.